pretty.
Well, we got some ground to cover today.
A lot of it.
But yesterday I got started at 7, I think, and covered 100, and granted it was flat, but it was with a headwind, so I think it all kind of equals out. And I covered about 125, so should be able to do it.
I want to get to Steamboat, and it's like 120 or so with a snowy pass. It's gonna be hard.
We're about a football field away from this nice black bear. He's crawling up on top of a stump. He's looking for food. He's hungry. We've got Larabars stuffed inside of the Jeep, so we're worried that he's smelling those right now. He might come down here in a few minutes. We'll see. Hopefully Matthew Lee gets here, we get our shot, and we can get out of here.
I'm pretty much out of food. There's some food at Canyon Plaza. Oh, Trail Angel Woman has a little shop there. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I did want to get up early.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for getting up. I'm Matthew.
Okay.
Do you remember me from last year?
I do.
Remind me of your name again?
Sylvia.
Sylvia, that's right.
Cashews, corn nuts, and let's see, what else did we buy you guys? Just candy bars. I know you guys like candy bars too.
Sure. Especially at this point
Yeah.
in the race.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids they started the store. Like, my son was 10 years old and my daughter was 8 years old when they started under a tree back there. Since then, lightning hit that tree and my husband threw it down because it was kind of dangerous. So then he told them, no, you guys are going to have a little house. So they came here to this little house. And then my son now is 26 and my daughter's 24, so it's been a while.
I'm having a baby this summer.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, so sweet.
A baby boy.
A baby boy.
Very, very soon.
Yes,
Wow.
3 weeks.
You better hurry up and finish the race.
Okay, great to see you again. Bye-bye. I'm in El Rito. I knocked out the Brazos yesterday, but not without a lot of hiking. I got caught up in a storm, but at least it's cool today for the time being. So the trail is soft, but it's not so hot. Trade-offs, I suppose. Anyway, I'm moving on to Cuba today. This alternating sand rock stuff. Pretty brutal. Whew. Last year, a racer was found face down in a ditch on the back side of this hill from dehydration, and he got taken to the hospital and spent 2 days in the hospital on IVs. They say he almost died. When the sun's blaring on this, the white reflecting up on your... Oh. I've had people ask me if I would go home if the baby were born or if Katie went into labor, but at this point I couldn't get there for the birth. I haven't talked to her in a few days. I think she's probably just getting to that point where she's bracing herself and holding on to the walls. You know, certainly wishing the best for me, but wrapped up in her own set of challenges.
Today was a psychological nightmare. I almost quit. Decided it wasn't fun anymore. And why should I do it? It's been hard riding alone. And like the whole stretch through the basin, not seeing or talking to anyone really. It was hard. Over this snow right here. Like, I've already been over so much worse than this.
And yesterday I almost quit. Yesterday I made it to the Colorado border and then turned around backwards on the route a mile, and went to a campground and called home to tell Brennan that I was quitting. My mental game was just so messed up yesterday. Fortunately, he's always wonderful. He talked me through it, and told me to just push over that pass, get the steamboat, and then see how I feel.
Yesterday was rough. I need some time this morning to kind of regroup. Get my head together. The first time I came to Colorado, stopped at a gas station. Saw these beautiful flowers by the road, and I picked some, put them in my journal, smushed them. Like, yeah, I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna plant these seeds at home because they're beautiful. And the guy next to me at the pump said, I'm gonna get rid of those. That's the state flower. It's like a $50 fine per flower that you pick. And Brendan posted up on my blog yesterday to not pick the columbines while I'm here. But I think the biggest and hardest part is mental, and you need a support system to keep you going. I'm not finding my motivation pills this morning at all. Someone told me before I started it that the hardest part would be just boredom. And I think I'm there. I feel like I'm touring now, and I don't want to do it alone. Yeah, it's beautiful out here, but I've already seen beautiful, and I've already challenged myself physically and mentally, and I've overcome a lot. I've covered a lot of miles. Like, I feel like what's left to it, you know, more road through more beautiful country. I'm just gonna take a nap right here at this table. I'm never gonna get to Salida. I'm just gonna catch a Greyhound home.
I slept in today. It was nice. On the route, on the race, Pie Town's an important part of it. It's sort of a unique place.
This is Googie. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew?
You're
Tucker.
Tucker, all right.
You're coming from the north?
I came from Cuba yesterday, so it would have been too much, 200 miles.
What are you trying to do, set a record?
No, the record's out of the picture. Too much snow to set a record.
We have a reputation for pies, and they are good. I don't care for pies myself, but they're good. And people come here and eat them, and that's what makes Pie Town Pie Town. You enjoy the rest of the trip.
I'm going to try. Hey, Matthew Lee calling in post-breakfast from Daily Pie Cafe in Pie Town. Ruben, just wanted to tell you that I ate your piece of pie and mine. I figured you'd want it that way. Pie is Americana.
Hi, this is Alan. I'm in Cuba. We came over from Abiquiu this morning. We left at 5 o'clock, the four of us, me, Dominic, Adrian, who showed up at 11, and Leighton. It was a bit of a surprise to see Adrian after all these days, weeks. He wanted to get in bed with me without a shower, and he hadn't had a shower for 2 weeks, but I have standards, so I made him shower.
I stayed in a children's playhouse in Hartselle, Colorado. I decided to stop in after not covering too many miles, but I'm happy with that decision.
this point, no matter what, she's had an awesome experience, and she's come a really long ways. And I just can't wait to hear all the things that all the stories she's gonna tell about this trip. So if she doesn't finish, I think, it'll be all right.
Well, he said if we do that I should drop out of the race and we finish touring the thing together.
I can no longer wander freely through these fields and through these mountains. In the time of this passage, I turn my head towards.
It's just the last week, every day has seemed like such a push to get back out there. You know, it's kind of boring actually. It's tough. I mean, it's tough to not quit, but it's tough to quit.
To this place in the sun.
The head game, man, it's so freaking hard. Like every hour I'm up or down, you know, and it's like little things.
With a face we have never
It's so hard
seen.
when you don't know exactly where food and water sources are. Like this church here. No pun intended, this is a godsend. In the past 3 or 4 days, I've kind of had to adjust my expectations for my daily mileage, and we've had some weather and things like that, but I'm not so sure the weather's the only thing that's slowing me down. I feel like in some ways I might be passively mellowing here towards the end because of the fact that I am going back to the real world when I get done, and things are going to be very intense for me. I'm having a baby in 3 weeks, and in some ways I'm not necessarily prepared for that. I've ridden the Divide 5 times. I know what this is like. It's almost easier than bringing a child into the world in some ways. That will be the ultimate endurance test, and maybe I'm dragging my heels a little bit. Maybe I'm just trying to savor the last leg of the race. I don't know. Certainly my life is going to change in a way that I can't predict.
And I am here to hold you. I am here to guard you. I am here to meet you. I am here.
I gotta get back out.
You're gonna get back on the route?
Yeah, I need to.
Okay,
Do you mind giving me a ride out?
absolutely. We're 8 miles out.
It's good to see
History
you again.
and misery, get off of my back.
Mary.
With a man like
I had a little layover off route to take care of some gears in my head that were skipping. I'm getting back on track, got those cleaned up and lubed, so I'm going to push on.
bodies in motion, bodies all night. I'd ask to taste every single one of them if it was alright. But there's more to it.
Good. How are you, Mary?
I'm doing good. I got here and I pulled up to the bike shop and I hear someone say,
Honk the horn! Honk the horn!
I'm like, who the hell is that?
I got my adorable nephew here, all giving me kind
Calling her power.
of twin power, fan van, Mary, you're the best. You can do it.
She was considering like throwing in the towel, and that's when I was like, I gotta go. She needs that family oomph, just that little bit of support to say you can do it.
And that's the same way with this race. You get to finish your journey no matter what time or when. She's gonna finish it, whether it gets finished this week or next year.